Michelle, you want to tell me how you met the defendant?
So I was on the city bus with my mother. We were headed to Fremont Street in Las Vegas, and I made a statement that Mr. Gordon was handsome, and my mom went and gave him my phone number.
And when was that?
This was in 2018.
Exactly when in 2018?
I want to say September.
What kind of work were you doing at the time?
I'm a disabled single parent.
So, you received disability?
Correct.
And that's your only source of income?
Correct.
And how long have you been receiving disability?
Since March of 2015.
Who do you live with?
I live with my 2 children.
How old are they?
8 and 10 now.
Did they get any form of disability?
Yes, my daughter gets SSI now.
Your daughter gets SSI?
And my son is pending.
How much does your daughter receive from SSI?
$714.
Okay. Now, it was in September of 2018 that you met the defendant.
Right.
You were driving a city bus?
Yes, ma'am.
How long had you been driving a city bus?
2 years and 6 months, or 7 months.
And what do you do now?
I work for UPS as a driver, any other, warehouse, anything they need me to do.
That's the answer. Now you work for UPS.
Yes.
How much after your mother gave him your number on the city bus did he call you?
Pretty much 2 days later.
And when did you see him?
The same day.
Did you start dating?
I don't know what you want to call it.
That's accurate.
Did you start seeing each other more frequently than just this one time you went out?
Yes.
Yes. How much after you started to see each other did you tell him or ask him if he would co-sign for a car loan for you?
I didn't ask.
You didn't?
No, he actually asked me if I wanted him to co-sign. I had
Miss Shaw, Miss Shaw, you have to understand that we have to have a consistent story. That usually doesn't come up in conversation when you're dating someone, when you're intimate with them. Hey, how about I co-sign a car loan for you is something that usually doesn't come up in conversation unless you're talking about, I need a car.
We were talking about it. What happened was we were talking about my vehicle, which the motor had blew.
Just a second. You must have told him you needed a vehicle.
Right, but I didn't ask him to co-sign. He offered to co-sign.
Miss Shaw, I have to tell you something. You're starting off on the wrong foot with me, because if you say, I need a new car, I'm going to go out and get a new car, a normal reaction isn't, I'll co-sign it for you. You say, great, I'll go and take a look at one with you. If you want me to go shopping with you, I'll go shopping with you together. But unless you say, I can't get a loan in my own name, nobody just says, how about I co-sign a loan for you?
Well, he knew in Vegas I couldn't get a loan in my name.
Just a second. How did he know?
Because I wasn't a Vegas resident.
Just a second. You mean this guy knows the law in Las Vegas that if you're not a Vegas resident, you can't get a car from your name? I have to tell you something. I'm a judge. I've been a judge for almost 40 years. I didn't know that you had to be a resident of a state where you buy a car. I mean, I live in lots of places, and I'm a Florida resident, and I bought cars in New York and Connecticut and New Jersey. Do you understand? It doesn't make sense, and if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. And if you want to start off on a reasonable foot with me, so far you're not doing a good job of it. Do you understand? Is not an answer. Now, how much after you met the defendant did you tell him that you couldn't get a car loan in your own name because you weren't a Vegas resident?
We immediately talked about it.
You immediately talked about it? That's fascinating. So, just a second. That's great. It's great for your team. Don't shake your head. Sometimes somebody just takes that shovel and keeps digging.